Special thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned and hear more about what they've got to offer at the end of the video. What's up residents, Alistair here, and we have a great bit of news for you regarding the Tyrant King. And it's a bit weird. Now I've covered what it looked like, what it sounded like, and whether it had feathers. But the next bit of news might come as a bit of a surprise to you, and might be the strangest fact about the T-Rex to date. Stick around for the details. One of the most questioned aspects when it comes to giant animals such as sauropods like Brachiosaurus or theropods like the T-Rex is how did they stay cool, since the larger the size of the creature, the harder it is to regulate their internal body temperature. Well, a variety of researchers spanning across multiple universities have detailed that the T-Rex would have had a system in its skull to raise or lower internal body temperature, almost like a natural thermostat. They call this a cross-current circulatory system. In the skull of a T-Rex, there are holes just at the top, and these are called dorsotemporal fenestra. Previously, these were thought to be merely layered with muscle and would assist the jaw with movement. But this idea was rebuked, with the pretense being that it would be incredibly unlikely to see a jaw muscle that turns 90 degrees and wrap around the top of the skull. But at the time, it was the only explanation. Now, thanks to the University of Florida, whose scientists have spent time researching alligators, they found that the T-Rex and the alligator both have strikingly similar placements of holes in their skull. The hole in the alligator's skull would be filled with blood vessels, which when activated would heat up the head and when turned off would cool the animal down. With thermal imaging, you're able to capture the body in action, changing the body temperature depending on its environment. Alligators are ectothermic, which means their body heat depends on the environment they're in, hence why they're called cold-blooded. So the internal thermostat is needed and essentially powers on when the climate is cool and powers off when it's a hot sunny day. It is now believed that the same system would have been used on the T-Rex to heat up or cool down the dinosaur. Though unlike alligators, the T-Rex was most likely warm-blooded, which means its body temperature was not completely dependent on the environment, and this internal thermostat would have simply been used to regulate itself since it's such a large carnivore, and staying cool would have been a priority in the blazing heat of the Cretaceous period. Elephants like to roll around in the mud to stay cool. Humans sweat, which cools down our skin, and the T-Rex would have had a built-in thermostat, which would automatically turn itself down if it got too hot. Pretty wacky stuff. This then begs the question whether it reflects the idea that the T-Rex didn't have any feathers at all, since the feathers would have had similar properties to this natural air conditioning system. It's going to take a bit more research, but it's definitely interesting to think about the possibilities that the T-Rex was indeed featherless. If you like this bit of news regarding the T-Rex, then subscribe to Dangerville and become a resident today. Remember to like this video if you want to see more prehistoric content, and comment down below what you think of this discovery. It would be real nice if you followed us on Twitter so you can stay up to date on everything coming to this channel. I wouldn't have been able to make today's video if it wasn't for Squarespace, who reached out to us and gave us the opportunity to tell you about this wonderful online platform which lets you create your very own website. Making your own website has never been easier. With the ability to link your social media profiles, you'll be able to simultaneously post to all accounts, which makes your online presence much more stand out. And unlike some website creators, in Squarespace you're allowed to embed a video directly into the background to make your webpage truly unique. And you can even purchase your very own domain directly from Squarespace, so don't worry about any hassle from external websites. For 10% off your first purchase and a free trial, just type in squarespace.com/Dangerville. I've been Alistair from Dangerville, and we'll see you in the next one.